Hello, we are here in beautiful Amsterdam again. So I'm here with Marion. We are going to talk about veganism today. Marion, she's a performer in Amsterdam and also all around the world. And she also taking care of fashion shows and yeah, she has some questions about veganism and well, let's take it.
Okay, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, well, I have lots of questions, of course, because nowadays lots of people are vegan, becoming vegan, vegetarian, cutting their meat off their daily diets. Um, well, for example, I do eat meat sometimes. Most of the time when I'm out of the house, so I try not to put the meat in the house. Um, but yeah, so I tried to be vegetarian. Well, of course, you have a vegan lifestyle for some time. And I have questions like, when did you start, and how somebody like me who does eat meat, not so much, but occasionally, can totally cut off meat off my diet.
Okay.
So, well, the first question is, when did you start to
Okay,
become vegan?
well, I was vegan already when I was a child. Because when I was a
Ah.
child, when I was already 4 years old, this is I'm explaining something really from my past. I didn't like to eat meat. Like I had like my father would like to want to give me meat because he thought that it was good for me to eat meat. But what I will do inside, I will eat all the pieces, and because I didn't like to eat it, I will just throw them under the bed. That's funny story, yeah.
Oh.
So I grew up. With away from my family when my grandmother raised me later on, and then my mother, she found all the pieces of meat under the bed like some months later when I was gone away to Greece. So it's a funny anecdote to tell you that. But what happened then after that is that I completely get lost, and I start to eating. I mean, lost. I mean, I was a child, and then I thought that I have to eat meat, yeah. And then I learned this from my parents, and then slowly I became meat eater, and then meat eater. Sorry,
Yes,
meat eater.
eat meat.
And well, yeah, the story is that a few years ago, back in 2008. I was flying to New York, and I saw a movie about Earthlings.
Mm-hmm.
It was a movie about explaining about the animals, how they are being treated in all these industries,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really shocking. Like for me, it was like a big slap in my face about consciousness,
Yeah.
and I was already having my questions already about if it's good or not, because I was already started just by myself to have more vegetables and then eating only fish, for example.
Mm-hmm.
And that, after looking at this movie, I was convinced, And then it was like, okay, now I have to become vegetarian, because I didn't know there was difference between vegan and vegetarian.
Yes.
So I love to cheese a lot. So a few years later, like 2 years later, I saw that my body was reacting a little bit different when I was eating meat, when I was eating cheese. And I noticed that the milk makes all this difference in my body. I was feeling like nausea. And yeah, it was always listening to my body, actually, always. And then I learned about veganism, and then I was like, wow, that looks good ideas. And then I found out that actually everything I want to eat, like because now I'm mainly raw vegan, not vegan, just I'm raw vegan.
Yes.
So I found out a big, incredible, amazing world of so many things you can do just with vegan foods. That, I mean, the possibilities are incredible, and the tastes are so much different and so amazing. And I don't feel nothing in my body that's disturbing anymore when I eat all these foods.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a process that happened like very, very gradually. So I say also, for everybody that wants to become vegan, Of course, now it's becoming more like a trend,
Yeah.
also, but it's not just a trend. You know, I wanna share a message from Archangel Michael, because that's okay. We're talking about spirituality, but this interview is also about spirituality. And Archangel Michael, he shared a few months ago on a channeling that nobody should harm the law of New Earth realities, the New Earth we are going in now. It is that don't harm yourself, don't harm others, and don't harm a thing. So it means for me, think. I mean, it's all the animal kingdoms and everything else around us. So we should just think about it and be aware of it, and then bring our awareness in, and at least if we don't, if we are still eating meat, at least try to have like a week or so to try how the body feels without eating meat. That's what I will advise to somebody to do if they are still eating meat. And I don't say, I'm not judgmental to anybody. I just say that everybody had their own process of evolution, and some people, they just need to eat their meat. I understand it. At the same time, we are not all different. We are all very different. At the same time, I say just watch to always have the foods that in your body that feel the most fresh. So I mean, meat is dead. Yeah, you're eating dead matter. So, and everything else is dead. Also, fish that is in the boxes, it's dead. So it makes sense that if you take this strawberry that's coming from the sun and you eat it, this has the energy of the sun directly. The fresher it is, I think the more light we got in our bodies, and then the more we get recharged just from what nature is giving us. So I say this is a very simple way to explain to somebody why is it right to become vegan.
Yes. Okay. From the sun. Let me just write it down.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so yes, well, my question after was why did you become a vegan? Well, it's pretty much clear why. And yeah, how did you do it? So you started off as a vegetarian.
Yes.
And first you ate fish. So actually, slowly
Yes,
you were cutting.
I didn't know much yet about at this time when I decided to really eating fish. It was a personal choice. I didn't see any news nowhere. I didn't read anything. It was just I thought, okay, let's make it like 1 month have only fish in my system, just naturally, just within my own intuition.
Yeah.
And when I started it, it was yeah, it felt good in my body to just have like light, because fish is also flesh, but it was feeling much more lighter in my body. Yeah. So it was the sensation I had from having more vegetables in my body, and then this lightness I was feeling inside. This is the way that still today I'm always looking for the lightness in my being. Like I want to eat, but I don't want to be tired after when I eat. I want to be feeling full of energy and not have to sleep after I eat my food.
Yes, that's normal.
Because food is supposed to give us energy, right? So it's supposed to give us a boost in our days to move forward. So
our fuel.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. And what does it change, like, for you personally, and also maybe the people around you? Do you get lots of questions and remarks why you don't eat meat? And because
that was a big change around me, because I mean, from the moment I became vegan, in the beginning you don't see it, but long term I noticed that the people who are vegan, they have their hearts more open. And well, I don't know if it this makes sense for everybody here, but I mean, personally, also with animals, what I have noticed is that the animals, they are much more in contact with me than before, and I really have I can communicate with them. Like it's a universal language. It's like something that in my DNA, the information inside me has changed, and I believe so that when you become vegan, the DNA, the chain of the DNA is opening, and then you have more abilities, and these abilities, it's like superpowers, you know. And then of course, food is important. Food is our medicine, and when you start having this better food in your system, then of course you're helping your body to work, to function better. I can see it. I can see. I connect much easier with vegan people than people who are not vegan. You're not vegan, but I mean we have connection in a different way. I mean, in the end of the day, love is love. Yeah. So it's all about love. So I don't. That's why I say I'm not judgmental about people who are not vegans because okay, it's awareness.
Yes.
And everybody has their own path to follow.
But I suppose that, of course, you connect with vegan people.
It's on.
Okay. Well, that's actually. I think it's normal that you connect more with people who have the same lifestyle as you do than if they don't have the same lifestyle. I mean.
Well, yeah. I mean, in the beginning it was like more eating more by myself. Now you have a lot of options. You can go to many restaurants who offer vegan foods, and you can meet with other people. There are communities, so it's a beautiful thing happening now. But a few years ago, I mean, I didn't suffer. I enjoyed all the process. I wasn't like feeling by myself too much. I mean, it's nice to be by yourself because you give yourself more attention, and you are more discovering the power of self-love. So in that way, if you see it in that way, I mean, I can see the benefit of all that what's happening to me right now. But it's true that in the end of the day, now it's about communities, and communities about coming together again, like being with each other. Because I mean, we're not here just to become to be monks in our own world. We are here to share. We are here to be with each other. We are humanity is one, and everything is one. And all is connected. So in that way, many times in my life, I never eat meat anymore. I don't do this anymore. But I'm mainly raw vegan. But I eat cooked food, and many times, and this I do from because I want to connect with more people.
Okay.
And I mean, it doesn't harm me, because if I eat once in a while, it doesn't harm me. And I mean, it's like food is a way to be with other people also. It's a universal language as well. So we connect when we eat food. So it's a great, it's a ritual. And this ritual, I mean, I love to eat. And
Yes, me too.
I feel that this is like something that is important in our process of evolution, to be able to connect with each other with different ways. There are many ways to connect with each other, of course.
Okay.
Food is one of them.
Yes. So, okay. So I'm going to do like the vegan challenge then.
Okay.
I'm gonna try 1 week. So without anything, of course, like milk products, etc. And I would try to cut off my sugar, which will be
Yes, absolutely. This is something
very difficult for me.
This is something we have to talk about also.
Yes, that's so. I'm going to do the challenge. For me, it will definitely be a challenge because I really like. I like fish. I like meat. I like barbecues. I like lots of sugar and candy. So so my question is also like, is there vegan candy? Can I buy vegan candy?
There are plenty of those.
Okay.
It's just that, to my experience, for example, when you buy a candy like with refined sugar inside, this is like harming your pineal gland, like your third eye. Your third eye. It doesn't help you to move and to see things, you know. So too much refined sugar in the body, it is doing that. It's
Yes.
like cocaine in the system that it wakes you up very fast, and then after a few some time later you need to eat again, and it's an addiction. It becomes addictive, and I mean that's why you have so much sugar in all these products around in the supermarkets, and that's not the way to do it. The way to do it is to eat as much as possible natural sugars, so you find in the fruits, for example. What I use a lot of cocoa sugar.
Cocoa sugar.
Yes, cocoa sugar feels really good. Yeah,
Okay.
and then yeah, there are ways to move and to find a path that you feel satisfied, and the more you take it, the more you will see that you will need to eat less.
Mm-hmm.
So what I would suggest is like we're doing this interview now,
Mm-hmm.
but let's make also like an interview in 1 week from now,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's see how you felt about it for 1 week, because you start now this 1 week.
Yes.
So then I will ask her the questions.
Yes. So, yes, because I mean, I do like to buy fair trade products and well, ecological products. But it was kind of weird because I expected fair trade products to also be without sugar and also
Yes.
with natural ingredients, but
Yes.
that is not the case. So there
Absolutely.
is, because I think that even if people want to be vegan, like I'm trying to well, to have a little bit of everything in my kitchen, but I really expected fair trade to be also ecological and without any substances as ingredients.
Absolutely.
But it's not the case. So people who are watching maybe think the same as how I thought. Like fair trade must be like, yes, from the earth, you know, the natural product. But it's just not the case. Fair trade is
Well, fair trade for me, when I read the label, I want to believe it's true.
yes.
I want to believe that the people who are working with it are treated correctly.
Mm-hmm.
That when somebody buys the product, they pay, but everybody's paid equally and with the right price.
Yes.
But there is a but. Yeah, there is a lot of missing of awareness when you buy, for example, a peanut butter
Mm-hmm.
from any supermarket. They're not just pure. It's just a lot of other products inside, like palm sugar or palm oil and other things inside.
Yes.
And you see that the product is mixed, and then it's not always mentioned that it's organic, because that's what I mean. I mean, organic food means that the foods are not processed. There is no pesticide and all these things. So there are now specific supermarkets, also in Holland, so many. Like Eco Plaza, one of them, very famous. That I don't mind to make promotion for them because they're great. But there are many other ones, and they have great products, and they have a guarantee on the products. And of course, they are a little bit more expensive. But I prefer to have more expensive food in my stomach than having foods that I know they are not serving my body anymore. And,
Yes.
and then it's like, for me, it's about being pure. To look for purity in the foods, to intend to have always pure foods in your system.
Yes. So, okay. So, for example, so like everything what I would buy, sometimes I do buy stuff at Eco Plaza, honey, not this time, because I'm on a budget. But okay, so I bought honey there and some ingredients there. So at Eco Plaza, you could say it goes both ways, and it's organic and it's fair trade as well.
Yes.
Okay, because I think there's a lot of information, and we don't know exactly, you know, what is what and what is good. So okay, so it's,
what I will say always is like, if you can plant your own garden and have your own plants, your own vegetables, plant your own tomatoes, plant your own fruits, there is nothing better. Because when you do this work to plant your own things, then of course the tree the flower or whatever, when you give it your love and you send the intention and you have a personal contact with the tree, then of course, then it's gonna give you the best adapted to your system. So you can actually program the seeds in a way.
Yes, okay.
You can program
because
the
I
seeds.
feed them in a way, so they're like my child.
Yes, your children.
My children. Then
you
I
you
eat
you,
my
you
children.
program the seeds and then they give you the best. Of course, that's the best I can advise anybody. You know, to have your own
Yes.
gardens and then you have your own plants and have your own foods.
Mhm.
But of course, you know, not everybody likes to do that, and not everybody can be busy with that. People can do other things, but I mean, if you don't do that, at least bless your food. You know,
Yes.
like bless your food. You look at there is a technique that I learned from Zora, from Hollow Earth. So this is from you put a finger like that, and the other side
Like that?
Yes, this is
And
for
it has to be this finger always.
yeah, like this. This is for the North Hemisphere.
Yeah.
North Hemisphere, like this. You put it on
Like
your food
this.
for 1 minute, and you
Mhm.
keep it there. And this is like blessing your food. Yeah,
Okay.
1 minute, and you set the intention. You say I love you to your food, and you eat it.
Okay.
Yeah, so this is a good way to program our foods. There are many techniques you can use, and if it's for South Hemisphere, then you take your finger like that. The other side you can do the other
If
side.
it's
around.
South?
South Hemisphere, because North and South is different.
And oh yeah, we are now in the north, of
Yes.
course.
So I do like this: the left hand like that, and the right hand like
Okay,
this.
so it burns. Okay, so well, the next step, of course, will be having a garden. Yeah, having my own vegetables and fruit in my garden. But okay, so then I have to buy seeds. But because I know I do read some, like the Monsanto seeds are like chemical seeds.
Yes.
But they're not in Holland, or are they already? Or do you know that?
I
maybe?
cannot put affirm completely 100% if it's not. I know that Europe has taken measures for it.
Yes.
That there are none of those products here. But I have to say something.
Okay.
So when I buy some bananas, for example, from the supermarket, any supermarket,
Yes.
and I buy organic bananas
Mm-hmm.
from organic supermarket, the sensation is completely different. Like these bananas that they come from everywhere. Like I want to mention one that I really don't like, Chiquita. I don't like at all. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know. It's like some things in there that don't resonate with me. But everybody's different. Yeah. I mean, when I buy organic bananas and I have them in my system, I feel like with the 2 bananas, I'm like fully charged. And there is a difference in that. So that means that not all products that we sell in the markets, not the ecological ones, the organic ones, are really taken care of. There are things that I don't know. You know, I cannot say 100% if there is pesticides added for it on it, even if it's not Monsanto. Maybe if they do their own products, but I cannot say that everybody is doing their work. Not everybody is aware. Not you don't know. I mean, where it's coming from. Not yet.
Yes. So
I always say, bless your food, whatever it is. Always bless your food.
bless your food.
But if you can have the ability to buy in a organic foods, then buy organic foods.
Yes.
This is the most important thing. You have to take care of your body. That's priority.
Okay. So Okay. So yeah, the best way is to buy organic food, of course, and the markets. How different are the markets in comparison with the organic supermarkets like Ecoplaza, and compared to like the Albert Heijn? Is the market better than the Albert Heijn or almost similar?
So you're talking about the Holland, Netherlands. So this
Yeah,
is
now I'm
supermarkets. Yes.
talking about Holland.
So
I know there are also organic markets,
Yes.
but for example, the market across my place isn't organic.
Yes.
So
I tend always to when I buy some fruits, I have the ability to see the aura of a fruit. So you can see if a food is fresh or not. You can also know if a food is from the season or not.
mhm.
So So I always say follow your intuition, because for example, when I like to have a food, I ask myself deep inside, or I take the product here, the food, and I put it in front of me, and then this is giving me an answer. My body says yes or no. What shall we eat? So what shall I eat? And that's how I buy things. So, like the body has the ability to also recognize things, and it will always go to what feels good to it. So it's always about feeling good with what you eat. So feeling good, feel more than fine to go into this state.
Yes.
Like to feel you have to eat tomorrow to feel better than today. Yeah, in a way, like that you always make sure to be happier with what you put in your body. Yeah. So in that perspective, what you can do is always ask yourself, try the foods, and then make comparison. You can buy one day bananas, normal bananas, and you can buy another day bananas from an organic supermarket, and then you can taste it and you can try what's happening to your system. How do you feel with one another? What does it make? Is it like how does it feel in your system? So it's about feeling, always about feeling what the food does to your body. And when you feel it, then you know the answer. But you have to compare, it's like some things, like me, I never buy to the big supermarkets food. I always buy all the markets, outdoor markets, or the organic markets. That's where I buy foods.
Okay, so I will start the challenge. Today I ate sugar.
Okay.
And cheese. So
did it feel good?
Well, like, didn't really add.
No.
I was.
But why did you eat it? You ate it because
I was hungry.
You were hungry. Just the feeling of hungriness.
Yeah. If I'm hungry, I eat.
Yeah.
Normally.
Yes.
So yeah, I was hungry. So okay, so like from tomorrow, I will cut off all the milk products, the sugar, the meats, the fish.
Are you feeling good about this intention to cut it, like to do it for a while? You feel good with the idea?
Yeah, I really feel good about the idea because I have it in my mind for some time. I was working a lot on festivals, which means you have to eat the festival food.
Yes.
And like with a big crew, so
yeah.
So then you get like, or nasi, the rice, like the Indonesian rice, or you get like the pasta, or something like, I don't know, like potatoes, and meat and some overcooked vegetables.
Yeah.
So that's what I ate like on the festival. So yeah, so now I don't have them. So I would love to start the challenge, and yeah.
Yeah, great.
I'm ready.
I have a question for you. Just a question to finish this interview for today.
Okay.
When you did the meditation yesterday, we did Christ Light Expansion meditation together.
Yes.
Yeah. Did you feel hunger after that?
I don't think so. No.
Because my point is, just to finish this conversation, is like, for me, hungriness, it's about when you have love inside, when you are completely charged with love from inside, because meditation, that's what it does. It charges us with love and light. Then the feeling of hungerness disappears. And sometimes, there are many people who eat a lot. Especially I know many women who eat a lot and they become really fat.
Yes.
And then they face, let's say, some problems, and they're stressed. And also men, it's the same. But mostly women, they are like asking themselves why they get so fat. But they eat because, not because they're hungry. They eat because they want to replace the feeling of not being loved or not having love inside.
Yes.
And this is important information, because when you want to start to do meditation and breathing correctly, breathing all this oxygen in the body, bringing the air inside and doing the work, maybe 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, then the feeling of hunger disappears. There is, you eat not because you're hungry, you eat because you celebrate. And that's what I do. I celebrate. When I eat, I'm not hungry when I eat. I'm eating because I celebrate. Okay. It's a celebration. And that changes everything.
Yes.
And then you always remain slim. You never lose, like your muscles become really good and everything, because when it's like a celebration, it's a different way to see it. You don't eat because you need it. You eat it because you celebrate. You take it to the next level. Just to finish that, just my sharing with you, everybody. So I hope that this is like covering a little bit of everything for a question. So I will see you in 1 week.
Yes. So food is celebration.
Yes, we're celebrating here. Yes, it's amazing.
Celebrating now.
Yes.
That's a good one. Food is celebration. Okay. Well, and then see you in 1 week.
And also, I want to remind everybody that we have a party in Amsterdam, October 20th. So it's on a boat. We have sauna, jacuzzi, we have meditation. We have Mario who's going to be there making incredible fashion show, also performing. Also probably Ricardo, because I would like him to be also the Ricardo to perform with us. It would be great. And then we have a lot of other nice people coming, nice people dancing to good music. That's the event. So October 20, we start early, 5 o'clock, and we finish around 2 o'clock in the morning. We dance on a boat, toxic free, and we have, of course, vegan menu. So see you.
See you.